From LinkedIn News, I'm Leah Smart, host of Everyday Better, an award-winning podcast dedicated to personal development. Join me every week for captivating stories and research to find more fulfillment in your work and personal life. Listen to Everyday Better on the LinkedIn Podcast Network, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
From LinkedIn News, I'm Jessie Hempel, host of the Hello Monday podcast. Start your week with the Hello Monday podcast. We'll navigate career pivots. We'll learn where happiness fits in. Listen to Hello Monday with me, Jessie Hempel, on the LinkedIn Podcast Network or wherever you get your podcasts.
And, this is similar to the thing that you said when you were talking about not to be afraid of no, because typically in a negotiation, you want to get yes, 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 get there quickly and efficiently without much problem. But you uncovered the fact that getting to a no can tell you a lot more than a yes.
Yeah, and no is protection and yes is commitment. And we think that yes is success. And my setup question is, if yes is success, then what is no? And people will always say, well, no is failure. And I'll say, no, that was a trick question. Who says yes is success? Yes isn't success. Yes is a trap that we lure other people into. There are three kinds of yeses. There's confirmation, commitment, and there's counterfeit. And people try to lead us into commitment yes with confirmation yes so much that everyone is an expert at giving the counterfeit yes. So if you think yes is success, you've just taken a counterfeit $100 bill and you can't spend that anywhere.
Right. And can you tell the audience a little bit more about how dangerous it could be to accept a counterfeit yes, thinking that it's a confirmation yes or a commitment yes?
Well, because people fish for yes so much, many business people are used to basically saying, go on. My question is often, have you ever taken a yes to find out later that it was a no? I mean, yes is a great device to fish. If you are trying to get me to say yes, I actually want to suck as much information out of you as possible. I want to know where you're coming from. I want to know what you're offering. I want to use you against somebody else. So I will string you along to try to get somebody else interested, to play you off against somebody else. If you're dumb enough to sucker by the counterfeit yes. So I may schedule meetings with you. I may use you to drive somebody else's price down. I may say, well, I'm talking to Kwame and, he could do this for me. He could do X, Y, and Z for me. When I never wanted to do business with Kwame in the first place, but I'll start saying yes to you because I want to drive my preferred vendor down on price. Procurement people are great at this. I mean, the procurement people in companies, the supply chain people, they will hammer you with this kind of an approach, because they know how much in love with the word yes we are. Taking a counterfeit yes, there are a lot of sharks out there that are expert at giving out the counterfeit yes in order to set us up to be hung out to dry.
Wow. And so how do you tell the difference? If you've received a yes, how do you know that it's a commitment yes, that gold standard of yes?
Well, yes is nothing without a how. There's probably about 3 or 4 ways, and you probably need to test them all. I mean, if at any given point in time you've gotten a yes in a conversation, then this is a Jim Camp approach. You got to 3+ it. You got to.
Hey, you! I'm Andrew Seaman. Do you want a new job? Or do you want to move forward in your career? Well, you should listen to my weekly show called Get Hired with Andrew Seaman. We talk about it all. And it's waiting for you, yes you, wherever you get your podcasts.
Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/marketer. Terms and conditions apply.
Give them to give you a real solid yes 3 times in the same conversation. So you paraphrase it, you mirror it, you summarize it. If it's a counterfeit yes, they'll hesitate. Nobody gives a strong counterfeit yes every time. The first one will be yes. And the second time will be, well, yes. Or they might say, well, why? What makes you why would I say anything else? Anytime they come off of that, you're getting a counterfeit yes, which is why you got to get it 3 times in the same conversation. Even if they're good at the counterfeit yes, yes is nothing without how. How are we going to do this? How are we going to implement? how's this going to look moving forward? These are called visioning questions. If it's a counterfeit yes, they won't have an answer. You know, how are we going to implement this moving forward? If they go dead silent, since they had no intention of implementing, they have no vision of it. They won't be prepared to answer that question. So, you know, and the flip side is, let's say they didn't mean to be giving you a counterfeit yes, it was inadvertent. If they have no vision for implementation, you're screwed anyway, because it isn't going to happen. So yes is nothing without how. You got to pivot to how, and then not only how are we going to get this done, but how will we know we're on track, and how will we address it if we're not? You get answers to those three hows, you are rock solid. If you can't get answers to those three hows, then you have no foundation, and this is going to fall in on itself.